Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the guy, Professor O, coming through with a dose of that good yolk. I'm everywhere like broken glass. I am around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, I want to talk about public opinion. Now, listen here and listen clear. It's always going to be an opinion, right? Rarely is rarely facts. It's always going to be an opinion about what you do, how you do it, why you do it, who do you think you are, what do you think you'd be able to do, etc. So forth. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you, the whole is the yada. There's a whole bunch of BS going on, right? All you have to do, literally, is cancel that out. Why? Because at the same time, they're gonna have an opinion regardless. Whether you look good, whether you look decent, whether you look terrible, they're always gonna have an opinion. It's all about how you think of yourself. Simple, like, I don't even know how to really explain this. Now, what I will say is, now, if you're also looking for a public agreement, meaning you wanna see how it works, see exactly, like, oh, I'm about to, oh yeah, I'm about to come out there, I'm gonna hurt him with this one, etc. So, you know what I mean? Like, you put your best foot forward, you think you're out there impressing anybody. Of course, when you're younger, you think like that. I would have to say, if you are going to do stuff like that, just be prepared for criticism. Oh, see how I'm talking criticism. Be prepared for criticism. Why? Because they are going to critique everything that you do regardless. But if you're looking for someone's approval or you're looking for the public approval, just be ready for criticism. You're going to be criticized, whether you like it or love it, this, that, and the third. And trust me, you will know when it works. Why? Because you'll know what you receive from it and how it makes you feel. Now, regardless, it's always going to make you feel good, but never, ever, ever take criticism personally. Never take it personally, ever. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how sensitive you are to the situation. You got to always realize criticism, there's always a little bit of truth inside of criticism. Now, it could be shrouded by a whole bunch of hate, which may be pure from where it's coming from. But if you can really look at it and hear what's going on, and if it's something that you need to consider, then apply it and move forward. But if not, then you got to realize then that's just a whole bunch of hate that's happening. And if it's a whole bunch of hate, then there's really nothing that you're able to do about it. You just got to move forward with it. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing to it. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Anyway, anyhow. Let's get down this round now. You know I am long-winded. I got the handy day notebook up at the spot. Please do not make it hot. Who writes in the script? Clearly your boy still does. Don't hate me because you ain't me. Maybe you need levitated. But meditate, never deviate or devastate. Appreciate, yes, hate, no. I got that flow, never slow, always got the glow. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. The reason why they say there is no such thing as negative publicity is because most info that's widely spread is extremely exaggerated. And what I mean by that is gossip, hate, foolishness, whatever the case you want to call it, what the case may be, it will always be exaggerated to the highest extent. Why? Because it wants you to make you feel inadequate, unprepared, whatever the case may be. It is what it's supposed to do, right? But if you just sidestep to the left, right, you'll never, ever, 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 ever have it apply to who you are. It will just roll right off of you because you already been spinning. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this thing. You want to increase your spin. You want to increase your whirlwind. Why? To the point to like you want to be spinning so fast people think you're standing still till they get close to you. Be like, oh gosh, how he moving so fast? I know, right? You know I'm sexy. You dig what I'm saying? I think you can, but it's always going to be exaggerated, no matter what it is. However, don't ever, ever, ever look at that in a negative sense, because when things are going in a good light, and when you are stepping on a good foot, and you're moving forward on your good foot, and everything is going smooth, it's going, everything is just in a prosperous perspective, then it'll be exaggerated as well. Now, also realize this. The exaggeration may not be exactly what you expect. And that is the tricky part of this thing. Because remember, negative exaggeration can be very loud. But if you're doing something well and you're doing it good, it may not be as equally loud to what's actually happening. But pay attention, because just because it's not as equally loud doesn't mean it isn't equally as strong. If they had a whole bunch of negative to say, and then when you're doing something smooth and they have nothing to say, oh, you should accept that as it being even louder than the hate. Because again, a lot of individuals who want to give you props may not actually give you the props, because at the same time, a lot of people speak so much crap privately, it's hard to give someone credit publicly. And unfortunately, that's just where it's at. Again, we don't deal with the double-minded individuals because they're already unstable in all their ways. all you could do is, again, show grace, because it's God is giving you grace, you show likewise. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Anyway, anyhow, let's continue down this round. Now we moving forward. Be true at all times. Your reputation will either proceed you or delete you, literally. And it says in the Bible, I'm paraphrasing now, but it says reputation is more precious than choice silver or choice gold, or one of those things. I'm paraphrasing, but it's definitely in Proverbs. Take a look, see when you get a chance. And it's either going to precede you or it's going to delete you. And what I mean by that is that you can't necessarily go so hard for your reputation, because at the end of the day, it's a public opinion. But what you can do is always live by your morals, live by your code. And when you live by your code and live by your morals, your reputation will speak for itself by your actions, not by what the public is saying, because it will always be a division. You have others saying this, and then you have others saying that, etc., so forth, and that's fine. That's just what it is. But in order to get the truth out of the matter, they'll have to see the source. And once they see the source, and then now it becomes more reputable. It becomes more, what's the term? It will become, I want to say agreeable, but it'll have more weight to it, because then you'll start seeing, you'll have more credit to what's happening. Because then you have those who already have credibility that are witnessing something fantastic. And then they'll also be speaking fantastic about what they witnessed. So if they're speaking something fantastic about what they're seeing, and their reputation already precedes themselves, and they're speaking about something that they're seeing with a fantastic, spectacular aura, or whatever the case may be, something that's given a good, precedence, it's going to connect. And their word will be just as good as gold, just as the reputation that they're speaking about. Now, also realize this, anybody that speaks negatively all the time literally is negative in themselves. That's just what it is. Because if you're living on a good route and if you're doing things on a good foot, you're not going to speak negative all the time, because it really doesn't go with your outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I try to stay fresh, and I'm not going to talk negative or anything like that. I don't even go with my outfit. You kidding me? You see what's going on? Like, what's going on with you? Like, you're bugging out. But you got to really, that's kind of like what it means, really walking like you're talking. Or it can delete you. Let's get to that point. Meaning that if you let it, and if you really go to care about what the public says, care about what, etc., so forth, this, that, and third, and then now you're living on the out instead of living on the end, it's gonna tear you apart. Because again, you got to realize you're not living from your core, you're living from your surface. And if you're not living from your core, then you're not going to ever be able to be foundated. You won't have a foundation. You'll be tossed to and from, because you're on the outside of things. You're constantly grabbing for security. But instead of living from your core, where you're centered and everything is whole and things are becoming whole, you're doing the healing, you're doing the inner work, etc., so forth. It's coming to the point where now you're living from within and it's broadcasting out. So now the things that are on the outside will never affect the things on the inside, because you're broadcasting from whatever's going from the inside. Now, what I'm saying here is very, very neutral, because these are individuals who know who they are and they're living wholly in their existence. Unfortunately, that can also happen to a malevolent path. There are individuals out there that do the same thing, but just in a very negative way, and it broadcasts very evil intent. On the righteous point, it broadcasts very benevolent intent, positive intent, good intent. But you want to always stay on a good foot. It always works out well. It's like that's the natural order of things. It has no choice. I digress. I'm long-winded. Excuse me. All right, let's keep it going. If they like you, you'll know it. If they use you, you'll feel it. Point I'm saying is, fuck these motherfuckers. Like, literally. And it comes to that point. Fuck these motherfuckers. Because at the same time, you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. You're going to succeed or you're not going to succeed. You're going to put your good foot forward or you're not going to do it. They ain't going to have something to say regardless. And trust me, you'll feel it and you'll know it and you'll see it. And if you don't see it and you don't hear it, etc., so forth, that's fine. Fuck them anyway. Why? Because at the same time, they're so busy talking about it while you're so busy doing it. It's a difference. Live it. And then they'll have something to talk about. Because regardless, they're going to talk regardless. So what you need to do is just you want to talk regardless? All right, that's fine. I like conversation anyway. you're going to have no choice but to talk about how good I'm doing. Because at the same time, if you talk about something negative and it's not equaling to what I'm doing, then you're just going to come across as a hater. And a lot of these individuals don't want to be looked at as a hater. They may like the hate, but they don't want to be looked upon as a hater. They want to be looked upon as something positive or something, you know, in a congratulatory nature. Well, it is what it is, right? You know how these guys go. Just, again, fuck these motherfuckers. Let's move forward. Remember, folks are naturally negative opportunists. And I need you to really realize, folks are naturally negative opportunists. It's very rarely when you meet individuals that mean well on the initial meeting. Because a lot of individuals want to see exactly where they can take advantage and have an opportunity to be able to, you know, use you, whatever the case may be. And in the very core of everything, everybody's using everybody. That is what it is. But you want to find the individuals that are using you in a more positive sense and they mean you well, meaning that I need you because I want to help you in a simple way. And I help you because I need you, type of thing. It becomes very codependent when you look at it from that time. But then when you go really, really deep down into it, it goes to the point where I'm helping you because it pleases me to help you. Or I'm pleasing you because it helps me. You see how that works out? Like, you see when you get to the core, it becomes very, very progressive. And the fact of the matter is that you're no longer thinking about you, you're thinking about them. You're pouring out. It's always better to give than to receive. Now, I'm not ever sitting here telling you to pour from an empty cup, because then you'll both be shackled and shanded. But what I am sitting here saying that when you get down to the core of it, everyone genuinely loves to give and help. It's just the fact of the matter is we're dealing with a lot of individuals who's been hurt and they wore their hurt instead of doing their hurt. Like, remember, the issue is that they changed who they are, and then now they became double-minded, and now they're going against how they truly feel, how their core feelings feel, which is the issue. What I'm here to say is you don't change who you are, you just change who you do it for. And then when you get to a higher point of understanding, you don't really change who you do it for, you change how you're perceiving what you're doing. Then when you get to a higher perspective of that situation, you start to realize it doesn't matter how they feel or how you think, because I'm not going to change who I am because you want to be a piece of shit. That just is what it is. Remember, the loyals and the royals, those going to get what they deserve. The evil and malevolent, you're giving them an example of how you should be. Simple as that. Some will learn, some will burn. It is what it is. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the expert, the proficient, the efficient, the self-efficient, the one that's always doing it and never losing it, that's growing, that's glowing, that's going at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, speak good, do good, see good, because when it is good, it's all good, kid. And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side, because you know that I'm sexy. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you guys in the next video.